are often
So whenever you begin with wouldn't you say,
sorry.
that isn't a question, right? That is, you're looking for confirmation, and I'm not looking I'm not here to deny you or say, no, I wouldn't say, or you're wrong. I mean, whatever you believe, you believe. I don't really care. But if you begin with, wouldn't you say X, Y, and Z, then you've already come with a predefined premise. And therefore, and that's fine, but then there's nothing to talk about because it isn't a real question.
Okay. Are the most successful companies closer rooted in truth?
No.
Consider each person thinks for themselves. Why does a general marketing techniques work?
If you think they work, then I guess you have your own definition of, quote, work.
Hi, Dr. Kapil. I have one more question. Can I ask you?
Yes.
So to follow up my last question, if the major difference between humans and animals is creating of fiction, so do you think there is utility for performance, for athlete performance, for business performance? Do you think there is value in building those fictions up? Like I have been watching Michael Jordan's documentary and 14 Peaks. So in those documentaries, all these athletes have built up this fake fiction about themselves that we don't give up. Like there is no giving up in our blood and things like that. So as a species, do you think like there is creating these false fiction and myths about yourself? Do you think there is value to human beings?
I don't know. That's a personal question. I mean, it depends for each
Value,
individual.
Value meaning like in that particular area, they will be able to do better if they do create those fictions for themselves.
I guess some might. I mean, the when someone is really moved to do something in a particular manner, the depth with which they move determines if they succeed or not. And so whatever direction that depth of movement is, then that's the thing that will succeed for them.
Hey, Kapil. So I have a question. So in terms of in terms of like what's happening outside, right? Your mood is affected a lot by what happens outside. While you also know deep within that, hey, this probably shouldn't matter after 1 year. You
Is this a business question?
Yes, it's related to business, right? I mean, there are multiple things that happen in business as well. So how do you sort of control your mind around that?
No, it's an irrelevant question. There's no how do you control your mind.
Hi Kapil, my question is, what should be the real purpose of doing business beyond money?
There's no purpose, and there's no should. It's personal to each individual.
Companies, can they conduct their business profitably without interfering with the art? Like, what causes them to, when business and art come together, one can interfere with the other?
Well, business itself is an art. Now, can the art be preserved? Yes, it can. But once again, it always comes down to the individual and his sensibilities, which dictate which direction everything moves.
I'm moving to Canada. So, do you think that a foreigner in Canada or America can start a business?
What are some truths that you have learned in business that either helped you transform your business or grow it exponentially that you've learned in your own personal experience?
Well, I think it's all like all things. It is to discover the conditionings that one has undergone without even knowing it in their particular domain. And so in business, all of the sayings and dogmas and beliefs and the laws, and the laws meaning the laws according to society as to the shoulds and the should nots, all of those things, the discovering of all of those things. Because if they're not discovered, if one's conditioning is not discovered, then one is absolutely 100% relegated to act according to the conditioning.
In terms of money, revenue, most people you said that are choosing conventional success in terms of monetary form.
Well,
my question is that
that question is not even being asked. There's no such thing as something that's recognized in the public consciousness as truth. No one is. That's not even an option for anybody. So that question would never even be asked, number one. Number two, you're assuming that it is mutually exclusive, that either you seek truth or you become profitable. And the truth is that those who seek truth actually end up, in most cases, being more profitable. I cannot hear you.
According to you, what do you think is an inherent quality or a skill that a successful business has other than an undying passion?
I don't think it's about the business. I think it's about the individual who starts the business, or the individual who is the head of the business.
Hi, Kapil. When it comes to genuine leaders like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, like, was it their unwavering devotion to their vision that enabled them to...
I don't know what you mean by genuine leader, and I don't know if those people are genuine leaders. I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they're not. But I don't know what that means. I don't know what a genuine leader means.
Well, effective leaders, I guess I'll say, when it comes to people who create one-of-a-kind companies, is it their unwavering devotion to the truth and their vision that enables them to do so?
Like I mentioned before, I don't think that truth is required to create a successful business. I think truth is required to make something into a legend and last forever. But to be successful, I don't think truth is required necessarily. So, but like all things, if someone creates something, it's because they had the sufficient desire to do so. It's quite simple.
Hello, thanks for your time. I find that these days I'm aware of the preconceived notions that I'm carrying, but it still doesn't make me do better. So although I'm aware of it, I still find myself doing this, repeating the same things. What can I do about it?
What does better mean?
Things that are limiting me, and I'm aware of the preconceived notions that I have that compel me to do such things, and yet I find myself repeating the same pattern. I thought that being aware of why I'm doing and what I'm doing and how it is impacting me would allow me to do better or different, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
So what did you learn?
I'm addicted to the pattern and I'm deeply entrenched in my preconceived notions.
What you're deeply entrenched in is the idea of prescriptions. That if you do this, you will get that. And that's what you're deeply entrenched in.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead.
Do you believe that America empire is over?
Hi, Kapil. It's like dream talking to you. That's okay. I'm so much confused now. I'm at my 22. I just can't figure out why do I exist. it's so complicated, everything. I don't know. I try to solve everything.
Number one, tonight is only about business. Number two, life has no purpose. So you will keep spinning your wheels forever.
I just to.
Is there a way to recognize what the most effective path would be to reach the destination you want to take your business to? Like, what are the signposts?
No, there's no signpost and there's no way. It's simply maturely sitting down with oneself and discovering what it is that one really wants. And from there, it's just a devotion of truth, which, because the truth is what provides the result.
Thank you.
Good night.